Hi, welcome. Could you all please be seated so we can start? I asked that and why everyone be seated, okay. Please stand. Color guard, please advance. Color guard, prepare to post the colors. Troop salute. Post the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join me in the Scout Law, no, Scout Oath.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty, to drive my country, to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Scout Law.
Scouts are trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
2. Color guard dismissed. Might stop working. Color guard dismissed. Will the Eagle Scout Guard please escort Eagle Scout candidate Richard Canning to the front? Thank you. Eagle Guard dismissed. I was going to say you were going to be seated, but everyone may sit. No, I forgot to.
Okay, shakiness.
So here we are. After much anxiety and tension of past. After a lot of anxiety and tension and a lot of hard work, we are finally celebrating the achievement of Eagle Scout rank by my brother. Thank you for joining us tonight. Before we get started, I should get the sentimental stuff out of the way. You have both literally and figuratively been a large piece of my life for my entire life. And I thank you for always being there for me. And I congratulate you and I'm proud of you for this achievement. But that's about as sentimental as I get. So, yeah. Now let's get official. I would like to ask Scoutmaster Miss Weber to come forward and open the Court of Honor.
I know it's not working. Okay. I now declare this Court of Honor 21 gun salute. There you go.
It works for me.
And a truck just pulled up. All right. Today we have the honor and pleasure of recognizing this candidate for the award important and serious matter in full awareness. All right, we're going to cut that. Gotta talk loud. Okay. In full awareness of the challenges of these times, the parents and leaders of this candidate have labored long and faithful to develop him to be alert and to participate in citizenship through the scouting program. Their efforts have culminated tonight in the presentation of the Eagle Scout badge. The success of these efforts will become evident in the way this Eagle Scout will set his social patterns for all the lives he may touch. Democracy is a fresh conquest for each generation. Webster's dictionary describes an eagle as a large bird of prey with a sharp vision and powerful wings, famous for their strength, size, grace, and keen vision. It is the national emblem of the United States, the bald eagle. Though the eagle is found throughout the world, he is never found in abundance. He is always rare, and he is always a superb specimen. In scouting, the eagle stands for strength and character. The eagle stands for knowledge of all phases of scouting. The eagle represents an understanding of community and nation, and a deep respect for same. The eagle is a symbol of what a young man has done, as well as what the young man will do and will be when he grows to manhood. The eagle is a leader. The eagle is respected, both by his peers and by his adult leaders. Richard, would you please stand? When a boy becomes a Boy Scout, there should be installed within him what which we call the spirit of scouting. The lighted candle before you symbolizes that spirit. Because the spirit of scouting embodies the fine principles of the Scout Oath and Law, it becomes a shining beacon of inspiration.
We would now like to invite anyone in the audience who has ever been in a scouting program to come forward and add your lighted candle. This includes Cub Scouts, Girl Scouts. Please come forward.
Alone, this light may be feeble, but when multiplied by the millions of boys and girls in scouting, it can become a very powerful indeed. Connor, would you like to come up here and get the Eagle chart?
I would now like to invite our district executive, Tucker I'm going to butcher that. Laprade, right? To join Mr. Weber for the Eagle Scout charge.
All right. I'm excited to be up here for Richard, I have to say. He's an amazing, amazing young man that I've gotten to know. So grateful for all his help just in the time that I've known him with some of our Cub Scout recruiting, and he's just really exemplified what it's meant to be an Eagle Scout. So, back on script. The Eagle Scout badge is a recognition of the National Court of Honor presented through the local council and local Court of Honor. Not every scout in scouting can qualify for scouting's highest rank of Eagle because, one, the physical requirements are strenuous as set forth in the required merit badges. Mental requirements are unusual and require much more than average intelligence. I think Richard has demonstrated that. Perhaps an even more difficult and more important requirement for the Eagle Badge of rank is the personal character of the scout. His attitude toward God and the ideals of scouting reflected in his cooperation and service to others in his troop. Also in his home and in his community. The applicant must have a high degree of the spirit of cheerful service to others, which is the basis of good citizenship. I am happy to report that our review reveals that this scout has qualified in the requirements for personal character and good citizenship, in addition to the technical requirements for the Eagle Badge of rank. Richard, is this you? This is me. Okay. Richard, do you realize that you will have a greater responsibility as an Eagle Scout?
I do.
As an Eagle Scout, this qualifies you for greater leadership responsibility. Are you willing to accept this responsibility for your brother scouts, troop, and others?
I am.
As an Eagle Scout, those who know you will follow your daily personal conduct and live the spirit of the Scout oath and law. Will you do your best
I will.
as an Eagle Scout to live the Scout oath and law?
I will.
Then, are you now ready to commit yourself to the Eagle Scout oath?
I am.
Scoutmaster Weber, I present you this candidate, Richard Canning, ready and willing to commit to the Eagle Scout oath.
Thank you.
All right. I have the honor to give you the Eagle Charge on the occasion of your elevation to the highest rank in Scouting. The Boy Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant influences in the world's history. You have been counted worthy of this high rank in the Boy Scouts of America. Your responsibility goes beyond your fellow Scouts. It extends to your God and your country. America has many fine things to offer offer you and your children after you, but not for quite a while. But these good things depend, for the most part, on the quality of her citizens. Our country has a great past. You can help make the future still greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only towards the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and your fellow men. So live and serve that those who know you will be inspired to the finest living. We have too many who use their strengths and their brains to exploit others and gain selfish ends. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their hearts and hands to the common good. Build America on the sound foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for God. Then, whatever others do, you will leave behind you a record of which you may be justly proud. Eagle candidate Richard Canning, I charge you to enter this Eagle Scout Brotherhood, holding before you the ideals of honor and service. By repetition of the Eagle Scout promise before your fellow members, you become an Eagle Scout. Though the words you use will be similar to those by which you joined Scouting, tonight they will mean more than they could have meant at any time in the past. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout, which the words which close the Declaration of Independence. Will the Scout please stand? Will all Eagle Scouts present please stand and reaffirm your Eagle Scout oath along with this candidate? Eagle Scouts, attention. Got one. Please give the Scout sign and repeat after me. I affirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I affirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle.
the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle.
On my honor, I will do my best
On my honor, I will do my best
to make my training an example,
to make my training an example,
my rank and my influence
my rank and my influence
count strongly for better scouting
count strongly for better scouting
and for better citizenship
and for better citizenship
in my troop,
in my troop,
in my community,
in my community,
in my contacts with other people.
and in my contacts with other people.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To, it says here, Tucker may now be seated. Will Richard's parents please come forward? No one will ever know the unnumbered acts of helpfulness from the mother of this Eagle Scout, which has led us to this day of honor. Mrs. Hem, would you please now pin your son with his Eagle Scout badge? Richard, your father has stood beside you over the years and has offered his encouragement and assistance. He will now present you the neckerchief worn only by Eagle Scouts. Wear this banner with honor and pride. Richard, as your brother and best friend, Connor has been ever positive and constant support. Connor, would you please now present Richard with his Eagle neckerchief slide? Richard, as a symbol of what your mother has made possible, I now ask that you present her with this miniature eagle. As a symbol of what he has contributed to your attainment of this award, I ask that you present your father with this miniature eagle. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you Eagle Scout Richard King. All on stage will now sit down and give the floor to Richard.
Sorry, this might take me a second. I apologize.
His phone died, so he's trying to pull his speeches up on his dad's phone, just so you guys know what's going on. You're doing great.
We all love technology.
Well, I've got no service, so it looks like that's not gonna happen. Speech. Yep. Sorry.
Well, I did all theirs and my name is Scout.
I would like to thank everyone for celebrating with us tonight. I have a few acknowledgments I would like to make before we end the evening. I owe my success and my guide. I owe my success to the guidance and teachings of so many wonderful leaders. to Mrs. Sorensen, Advancement Chair of Troop 609. To Mr. and Mrs. Krieger for supporting me all this way. Mr. Keeley. And to Mr. Weir for being my patrol advisor for so long and for putting up with Tiny Me's very overactive, hyperactive personality. To Mr. Vincino for being a cool guy. Mr. Reif also being a cool guy. To Mr. Grimes for lending me his tools and his support during my Eagle project. To Mrs. Weber for putting up with my frustrating antics during everything that my Eagle project entailed and my merit badges entailed. To Mrs. Hoots for just being there to support me. And to Ms. Moppins for helping me with my merit badges and being a active voice of support for me. I would like to mention a few mentors of mine who have made a very huge impression on my life. It is due to them and their guidance and their love and support that I've been able to come to my own and grow as a person, not just as a scout. To Mr. Travers, you have been my neighbor and my friend for a very, very long time outside of Scouts and within Scouts. You've been a very vocal voice of support to me in all my endeavors, and for that I thank you. And I would like to give you a mentor pin. To Mr. Hall.
So what Richard doesn't know is we have a surprise for him from Mr. Travers, which Mrs. Flatter will now play.
Correct, congratulate you from the Travers family on reaching Eagle Scout. Just thinking back to all the times that we had in Scouts and out of Scouts, being neighbors, carpooling to and from school, camping trips, summer camps were my fondest memories of you and Scouts. I just wanted to say congratulations and wish you the best, and really wish I could have been there. I tried really hard to get flights out and it just wasn't working out with that whole work schedule. But I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing and talking to you soon.
Thank you. I'm gonna cry. And to Mr. Hall for being a huge source of wisdom to me, and for definitely always being very supportive and vocal about my abilities and my capabilities in terms of just hiking and in terms of camping. You've been giving me a lot of confidence in my own abilities and in my attempts just at things in life in general. You've been a very big motivation for me, and I would also like to give you a mentor pin for that and my appreciation.
Hello, Richard. Richard Canning, Eagle Scout. That's kind of a nice ring to it, doesn't it? I'm very impressed, and you should be very proud of yourself. This is not an easy thing to do. Most boys don't ever get there. It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. Good job. But you're not really a stranger to hard work or sacrifice, are you? I remember when you first joined the troop, when we'd go on those backpack trips. They all start out the same, you shoulder your pack, get your picture taken at the trailhead, head on down the trail. The boys would walk along laughing and joking and having a good time. And as the trail got harder, and your pack started feeling heavier, you just got a little quiet, but you never once complained. Just kept on walking. And then there were the stream crossings. Stream crossings were always the hardest for you. You get up on those rocks and you'd slip with 1 foot in, sometimes 2 feet in. Then one day you just decided, well, I'm gonna get wet anyway, so I'm just gonna walk right on through. And even with wet feet, you never once complained. Just kept on walking. Then when we got to camp, you didn't throw your backpack on the ground and relax or run off to play. No, you didn't. You set up your camp, you filtered water, you got ready for the evening to come. When the work was all done, then you would relax and you'd run off to play. I was always impressed by that. Good work ethic. Now, I'm deeply honored to have been asked to say a few words at your court of honor, and I'm deeply honored to have been part of your Boy Scout career. I wish you all the best in your life to come, and I know that you will succeed at anything that you try. I wish that I could be there in person, but this was the best that I could do. I wish you all the best, and hope that someday our trails cross again. Until we meet again, good luck with your future endeavors. Goodbye, Richard.
Okay. To Mr. Sorensen, I don't even know where to begin. You have been just so wise and so helpful to me, and just every meeting with the Scoutmaster Minute with a new bit of advice, a new tip for the trail, a new tip for camping, a new tip for life. Just with all of the guidance you've given me, all of the belief that you've had in me, just in my leadership abilities and in my capabilities, just all of the advice you've given me, all of the support you have given me. I want to thank you. I honestly don't think I could have kept going without all of that support and all of that guidance that you've given me. So for that, you are definitely deserving of a mentor pen and of my eternal thanks.
Hi Richard, congratulations on earning your Eagle Scout. We are Mr. and Mrs. Sorensen from Troop 609 in California. I always remember you were the inquisitive scout with lots of friendly energy.
Hi Richard, as your scoutmaster, I got to know you as a very thoughtful scout and someone who got along with everybody in the troop. And I think you really hit your stride as SPL when you guided our troop on a 50-mile canoe trek down the Colorado River through the desert on our own. And that was right before you moved to Indiana. So a few of us adult leaders were talking, and we remember you. And we're just commenting that it's too bad that we didn't get to enjoy you here as an older scout guiding all the younger scouts. Your Indiana troop got to benefit from that. But that is awesome news to hear, and we're so proud that you achieved the rank of Eagle Scout. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And now, to Mr. Balkaman. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight. Hopefully he'll see the video. I'm sure that'll be circulated on Facebook and such. I want to thank you for just being so welcoming to me as I joined the troop, and for kind of showing me the ropes of how things are done in Indiana, backpacking wise, new environment, new kinds of forests, new kinds of terrain. I want to thank you for being such a guiding hand to me and all the other boys in our backpacking merit badge and in our backpacking trips in general, and for all of your like tips and advice on gear and hiking shoes. Didn't know about the whole foot expanding when you take off your shoe. Make sure not to take off your shoes at camp. That was new information. That was pretty eye-opening. So I want to thank you for being sort of my guru into the way of how we do things here in Indiana. To Mr. Weber, I want to thank you for supporting me through my Eagle. I know it was very turbulent this last few months. Literally, 10, 11 at night at your house, last hour of the day, getting all the last minute preparations set up, all the last things signed. So I just want to thank you for also showing me how we do things leadership-wise and how we do things here in Indiana, and for supporting me through the last stretch of the journey. Right here in the script. I didn't see all of the videos here on the script. Just right there in front of me. Oh, hello, alarm. Before I give the floor to any speakers who may want to come up, I do want to mention that these centerpieces on the tables are for the committee as a gift to them. So, yes. Mrs. Hancock, Mrs. Hoots, Mrs. Moppins, and Mrs. Wiltshire. And Mrs. Wood. And
Unger, Ms. Unger.
So the floor is open to anyone?
Oh, you know I'm going to say something. All right. So, I can contest on what he said about the backpack. We went on, it was supposed to be a 30-mile trip, ended up being about 36 miles. All I can say is that the maps from Morgan Monroe are wrong. And it rained for quite a bit on the trip. I was amazed. I had two people that actually hiked the entire trek in jeans the entire time, and I have both of them here today. And not once did they complain the entire time. How many times did we tell you, are you sure you don't have shorts? Sure you don't have trekking pants? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Kept on going like it was nothing. Also had backpack issues. Your backpack broke on you like 19 times on the way in and about 30 times on the way out. Once again, never complained once the entire time while we were out there. I started thinking about the first time that I met Richard and his family, and we're like, okay, somewhere around September, invited him to come to a troop camp out in October. Complained the entire time about how cold winters were, and I'm like, this is October. It's not winter. You have no idea. It's like, yeah, this isn't bad. 13 jackets, jeans, everything else. All the other boys are wearing t-shirts and shorts. And then out of nowhere, we had the worst windstorm that I've ever seen. And we had limbs falling. I think one went through a tent, and it literally chased us off the ridge. And the entire time we're driving back, I'm thinking, what a fantastic impression to give to a potential family that wants to come there. And we get chased off the ridge because of an inland hurricane somewhere in Indiana. And as soon as we got back and everything, Richard came to me and he's like, that was really fun. Thank you for inviting us on this trip. And that was absolutely amazing to think about. Because the entire time I was driving home with all the other kids, I'm thinking this was an absolute disaster. We had to stop like 6-7 times because we had all those trees down in the middle of the road. Every time we had to stop, they jumped out. They got all everything off the road and everything so we could pass by. And it was just what they did. First time he'd been with the troop, that whole group together, and I think almost every one of the boys went on that trip. And you guys clicked right away. So, and that's everything to do with you and your parents, more than it has to do with anything else. That shows your character, shows who you are. I have not had an Eagle yet where we did not have to drag them through kicking and screaming. Not yet. But you took it in stride every time. And unlike some, you didn't throw anything at us, which was great. I didn't have anyone yell at us. Everything that we talked about, everything that we said, you took it all and you made it yours. And I think that is probably the biggest thing with this is that Eagle's a journey, and actually working on your Eagle project, everything you have to do with it, is an even bigger journey. It's never what you think it is until you actually are knees deep in it and you realize, oh my goodness, this is a lot. But everything that we talked about, he did everything that needed to be done. And that's all you and your family. It really is. And we're very proud of you. We're very proud of everything that you've done with it. And you should be proud of yourself more than anything. So congratulations. Anyone else? You're not allowed to talk.
Short and sweet. I just want to say I'm proud of him and my boy, Richard. He was kicking, but he did it. Both good boys. I just want to say how proud I am of your whole troop and all your Boy Scouts. Embody the spirit of the group. You be real proud of all of you all. Thank you.
Okay, we will now close the ceremony with the retiring of the colors and the benediction. After the benediction, I would ask everyone to remain seated for the slideshow. Thank you.
My God, I forgot to ask Aiden to read the benediction. Aiden, where are you?
He's coming.
He just like to read it.
Dear God, an Eagle Court of Honor. An Eagle Court of Honor marks the end of one journey and the commitment to another. A commitment to better scouting where all may participate. A commitment to better citizenship and a commitment to be an example of leadership to all. Bless all of Richard's future endeavors. Walk with him. Wherever his life takes him, and give him your strength, your compassion, your wisdom, and your love. And may all of us gathered here be committed to scouting ideals which instruct us to lead better lives. May we always follow our own trails, discovering who we are by striving into the unknown. May you, Lord, the great Scoutmaster of all scouts, be with us until we meet again. Amen.
Color guard, advance. Color guard, retire the colors. Retire the colors.
Get snuggly, settle in. I know it's been a long night. Apologize in advance because I know there's a lot of kids in here that you guys don't know. We'll get to the kids you know eventually, but this is my one last gift to Richard, so I hope that you guys enjoy it, and that you enjoy it. Please eat the food in front of you. Eat it, please. Don't just stare at it. Enjoy it. Everybody's so quiet. It's